we brought you members of the press out here because we thought you might be interested in covering a very important test that's about to begin. A new first in oceanography, a giant leap below, you might say. But let me first get you oriented here. We're in the briefing room right now of the surface support station called the SSS. This is the above-water heart of the hydroscience testing ground below. Now, our long-range TV camera is picking up the Illumina, the RS-1 research submarine. It's a 73-ton deep submergence vessel capable of diving to a depth of 15,000 feet. The only vessel of its kind in the world. Incidentally, you'll notice how the RS-1 seems to change color as it submerges. That's due to the varying light values underwater. The RS-1 carries its own TV camera, whose picture we can pick up on the monitor here. It's now passing the nuclear power plant. It's 100 feet below the surface. Underwater construction crews are working here, laying conduit and lines for fuel storage depots. Now we're coming to the operational headquarters of the entire underwater program. That is the deep lab. It's built on the wall of the shelf 500 feet below the surface. It's a self-contained, nuclear-powered laboratory. Pressurized so the scientists can work in what you call a shirt-sleeve environment. It's under the command of Dr. Luis Delgado, probably the foremost hydroscientist in the world.
Dr. Delgado, ready in control room.
I'll be right there.
Excuse me, sir. I've just been checking in the new technical unit, and I thought you might want to talk to them before I assign them to their station.
No, I haven't time now. The test is about to begin.
Yes, sir.
Welcome aboard, gentlemen. I am sure you will find your work here, both in the area of pure research and practical field operations, most interesting and rewarding. I am also sure that you have heard that the men on my team are overworked, underpaid, and that I make many unreasonable demands on them. That is quite true. I wish you luck. Is the EM-1 on station?
No, sir.
Why not? Launch time was 4 minutes ago.
We were waiting for the briefing officer topside to finish his orientation lecture to the press.
I don't recall anything in the operational order to that effect.
Sorry, sir, I thought...
Don't think, do. I'll amend that. Think, then do.
Launch EM-1. EM-1 launch completed.
Control to EM-1. Voice check, please.
EM-1 to deep lab. Read you loud and clear.
Control to RS-1. Voice check.
RS-1 to deep lab. Copy you loud and clear. All systems green for go.
Control to EM-1. Proceed to dock with RS-1.
Roger.
The experimental module EM-1 is about to hook up with the RS-1, which will carry a piggyback to the operational area. You'll notice that this takes place much the same way that the astronauts' lunar module joins with the command capsule in space.
EM1, docking completed.
Control to RS1. Proceed to test site.
Roger.
I have a message for Jerry. It just came in from his wife.
Dr. Anderson reports baby has mild case of colic. Dr. Brandt, Jerry Hollis is about to take part in a highly complex underwater experiment. Are you suggesting that I interrupt his concentration to inform him that his baby has a stomachache?
He was worried about the baby. I'm suggesting his concentration will be better if he is relieved of that worry.
Perhaps you should care to add the marketing list to give the mission that homey touch. Control to RS1. I have the following message. Dr. Anderson reports baby has mild case of colic.
Colic. Thanks, that takes a load off my mind.
Oxygen intake?
0.500 and steady.
Now, while they're on the way to the testing site, I'll take the time to brief you on the nature of the mission itself. Now, a few months ago, the sensory devices in the RS-1 detected a metal called germanium underneath the ocean floor a few miles off the continental shelf. Now, this metal is necessary in the manufacture of transistors, and up until now, it's been in very short supply in this country, but the indications are that that metal is there. Now, the RS-1 is too large to probe into the caves and the crevices and the canyons in the ocean bottom to find the best possible mining site, so we're going to use the EM1 for that. It will be taken down to a depth with its free swimmer never before reached by a human being without the protection of a pressure hull. Now, the space units used by the astronauts on the moon, those are pressure hulls. If you punctured one, the astronaut's body would explode. Now, the opposite is true of the diver. His body would, at a depth of 1,000 feet, be crushed by a pressure of 900,000 pounds. Now, our scientists in the deep lab have found a way to prevent this by saturating the body tissues with an equalizing counterpressure, by regulating the oxygen and the hydrogen intake and using computer-controlled techniques. This is automatically taken care of in the EM1. The diver in the EM1 is actually an extension of the submarine, and he can take that vehicle into places that otherwise could not be reached.
How deep can he go?
Dr. Delgado has tested it himself to a depth of 1,200 feet. Now, we're working on a system to go much deeper, but that hasn't been perfected yet.
Do the potential results justify all the money and research that's been put into this whole concept?
There's no question about that. The future lies right here. Food from the seas can stave off worldwide starvation. Enough minerals to keep industry running long after the mines on the shore have been exhausted. And water, which can be converted to more than satisfy all the world's agricultural needs. Now, the test should begin shortly. I've made arrangements for you gentlemen to monitor the conversations between Dr. Delgado and the two aquanauts during the actual operation.
RS-1 to deep lab. Approaching target area.
Oh, don't forget that you told the PR man they could listen in topside.
Thank you for reminding me. That's one of the crosses a scientist must bear when he's being funded by a foundation.
The next voice you hear will be that of Dr. Delgado in Deep Lab Control.
Would like me to report in language simple enough for the press to understand, yet with the dramatic intensity of a soap commercial.
It's quite a sense of humor. This is SSS. We read you loud and clear. The members of the press and myself appreciated your little joke.
What joke?
About the soap commercial. They heard it.
I've been briefing them on your operation. We're ready to monitor now.
I don't think it will be very interesting. Just a lot of technical language.
over target area.
Sharks are usually attracted to the submarine by the low-frequency hum that it sends out.
Final check.
Oxyhydrogen mixture at 293. Lithium hydroxide at 2% saturation.
OXH 293, LH 2.0.
Proceed with dive.
RS-1 heading down at 30-degree dive angle. Hang on, Bob.
They're in a minimum descent time mode.
Hollis, you
Read the echo.
Sounds like we crossed over an unrecorded trench.
level out over the west floor of the plane.
Approaching it now. Leveling out.
They've bottomed the sub at 1,300 feet.
Cut your engines and release the module.
Roger. Release clear.
Cutting loose.
Roger.
Can you place a charge to clear the area?
I'll try.
Fire when ready. Control to SSS.
EM1 in position to place glyceride explosive charge. There's a chasm halfway in. I'm planning to charge as deep as possible. Charge released. I'm backing off to a safe distance. Activate explosive charge.
Explosive charge activated. Countdown. 5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Dead air.
Something wrong.
Nothing on sonar. Bogan, any seismic tremor?
Negative. No detonation here.
Red light indicates no circuits. No go.
Are you sure it's activated?
My switches point to hot and heavy.
Check your battery.
Batteries checked. They're okay.
EM1 to deep lab. I'm going to disconnect and take a look.
I double-check your system. Be sure you equalize your head sinus pressures before you leave the module.
Roger.
Return to module and connect pressure system within 12 minutes.
Will do.
RS-1, do not detonate. Repeat, do not detonate. Exeter swimming to check explosive charge.
Roger. All circuits on safety.
The detonator line disconnected. Connection completed. Returning to EM1.
Exeter.
Exeter.
I got him.
I'm bringing him home.
We'll be ready for him in the decompression chamber.
Roger.
Alert the emergency team.
I'll work out the decompression schedule for a neon oxygen atmosphere.
Barbara. Don't get your hopes up.
We're not sure how close he was to the explosion.
All I'm saying is don't get your hopes up.
I've changed pressure to 191 psi. Nitrogen reading 311 over 90.3. Vital signs No change.
He's been in there 6 hours.
I should have done it myself. Shouldn't have let Bob try it.
It wasn't your fault. Those wires hadn't gotten fouled up and shorted.
I should have thought of that possibility. It must have been like being squeezed between two converging brick walls. Nobody could...
Consciousness returning. Can you hear?
Pillow stuck in my ears.
A lot of capillaries ruptured.
A headache.
But no brain damage. We took an EEG.
It feels like my frontal sinus wall is cracked.
X-ray shows no fractures.
You're telling me the truth?
Yes.
I'm not paralyzed. My lungs are working.
Theoretically, you were wiped out. But according to all this emergency gear, you've just been out for a quiet day snorkeling.
Bob. Bob? Glad you're all right.
Nice going, Bob.
Thanks for bringing me back.
Dr. Brand, I suggest you make several copies of your file on Exeter from the time he was brought into the decompression chamber. I have a feeling that might be of considerable interest to the medical profession.
Yes, sir. Well, I think that's putting it quite mildly.
You mean I'm a medical first?
It's a rather dubious distinction, but you certainly hold the world record for exposure to pressure. That is the record for coming out of it all in one piece.
How about that? No wonder the old man got so carried away.
What do you mean?
Didn't you hear him? He said, glad you're all right.
Oh. Yes.
Come get them, folks, before they get warm.
I just can't believe it. 2 whole weeks off. Jerry might even get to know the baby.
Oh, I know the baby she's talking about. It's that little pink thing that's always crying.
Oh, only when he's hungry.
Which is all the time. Well, to our own medical marvel, Iron Man Exeter.
Yeah.
I have a few well-chosen words of thanks to get off my chest. First, to Jerry for fishing me out of Davy Jones' locker. And to Barbara for operating the gadget so skillfully in the decompression chamber. And to Jean for having us in a lovely home. And to Norma for showing the good judgment of breaking a date so she could be with me.
Well, then we all have something to drink to. Let's drink.
Hey, you better check the fire. The last time he barbecued, we didn't eat till 11:30.
Isn't she beautiful? Nag, 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 woman.
No, I'm sorry Dr. Delgado couldn't come. He said he was busy.
He had a date with a fish.
Oh, Bob.
Well, we get the idea. He's only happy when he's underwater.
You all make him sound like a real character.
Who, me?
The mad scientist, old Simon Legree. Who else?
Don't you believe it? Jean, didn't you tell me that Jerry didn't sleep for 2 nights while he was waiting to see if Delgado would accept him on the team or not, right?
Absolutely.
Why? What's so special about him?
Well, it's hard to put into words. What'd you say, Doc?
I'm an MD, not a psychiatrist.
Well, it's very simple. He's the best there is.
By the way Bob talks about him, and the hours you put in.
That we do.
He still sounds like a character to me.
I was invited, wasn't I?
Well, you certainly were. Jean told me you had another engagement.
Well, I'm on my way there, but I thought I would stop by and drop off a little present for the baby. How is he?
Oh, he's fine, thanks.
I'd like you to meet Norma Bowen, Dr. Delgado.
How do you do, Miss Bowen?
You heard us speak of Dr. Delgado?
Here.
Here, hold this.
They told me that blue was for boys, and they also say that baby boys wear those. Only up to a certain age, I hope.
Oh, he certainly
beautiful.
will
Thank you,
wear
sir.
it.
Is that a martini I see in that shaker?
That is a martini.
I was reading your evaluation report, and you ought to be checked out for duty even sooner than I had hoped.
Great.
Here you are, sir. Thank you very much. This is a necessary item before a formal dinner with the Board of Trustees. To your good health, huh? Did you know that this young man advanced the known limits of pressure tolerance by a ratio of 2.75?
I don't even know what that means.
It means the gadget he and Barbara are developing will work.
I'll get it.
It makes the effectiveness of the valve implant almost a certainty. Oh, forgive us for talking shop.
Oh, it sounds fascinating. If I knew what a valve implant was.
Well, it's the closest thing to an artificial gill. Small enough to be implanted in the body, just under the skin, to regulate and monitor the intake of fluids and breathing gases when supported by the computerized portable life support system, you see. When perfected, it will revolutionize deep-sea diving. It may take us to a depth of 3,000 feet, maybe more. For the first time, man will be free to explore the hidden recesses of the ocean floor. Do you realize, Miss Bowen, that, and this is without downgrading the importance of our space program, but do you realize that 3/4 of the Earth's surface lies on the water? And what are we doing to that water? Using it as one huge garbage disposal. Life came from the sea, and it can be destroyed by it unless we learn to use it wisely. We talk about air pollution. Water pollution could be even more deadly. Here is the largest source of food, medicine, minerals, everything we need. And what are we doing to it? What are we doing to it?
Need a long-distance call from Washington for you. They're trying to locate you.
Thank you. You are a very lucky young lady, you know. I've been known to lecture for hours when I get going. My apologies.
It was lovely.
You're very kind. Excuse me.
Phone's right down the hall to your left.
Thank you.
See what I mean now?
He's no character. He's a dream.
You mean you dug all that?
No. But I could listen to his accent all night.
Hello.
This is Washington calling. I have a call from the National Hydrospace Administration for Dr. Louis Delgado.
Speaking.
Go ahead, please.
Dr. Delgado.
Jim Morgan, Federal Water Pollution Control. Sorry to disturb you, but we've got an emergency on our hands.
That's quite all right. What can I do for you?
The state received an urgent request for help from the government of Uganda, East Equatorial Africa, and they've passed it on to us for immediate action.
It seems their fishing fleet is reporting massive destruction of fish on the commercial waters off the Gulf of Aden.
Now, according to our consulate there, this could become a real famine in the whole area if it continues.
They've put in an official request for immediate help in finding whatever the cause is or hopefully eliminating the problem.
Well, I would have to go over the charts of that area before I could offer any advice.
Well, we don't want your advice, Doctor. We want your services. I've already checked with the foundation.
They thought you might see your way clear to taking it on.
Do they have a report on the nature of the damage?
Well, all we know, it's a major disaster.
Then I can report that you'll be leaving immediately?
You can.
Good. Your visas will be on the plane, and your reservations are at the Royal Palace Hotel.
May I congratulate you on the efficiency of your staff?
What staff? Good luck, Doctor.
Thank you.
You know, when Jerry first got into this, I thought it meant he'd be doing a little scuba diving now and then. I certainly had no idea he'd be prowling around the bottom of the ocean in an overgrown sardine can.
Honey, I don't think the boss would appreciate you referring to the RS-1 as an overgrown sardine can.
Well, I'm You know what I mean.
I'm afraid there's been a change of plan. Speak of the devil, there's a water pollution crisis in the waters of the coast of Aganda. We've been asked to investigate at once. The EM-1 will be flown there in the morning. That's all we'll need for a preliminary investigation.
Bob isn't ready for deep submersion yet.
I know. I want Bob to stay here and work with you on the valve implant. We might need it sooner than we had expected. You'll have to man the EM-1, Jerry. Between surface and 600 feet. You'll want to get your gear together. I'll meet you at the flight line at 0800. I'll explain the details en route. I'm sorry, Gene. Will you call the foundation and express my regrets about having to miss their dinner, etc., etc.?
Certainly.
Well, good evening, Miss Barnes.
Dr. Delgado.
Yes, sir.
I am Naja Karumju, Minister of Health.
How do you do, sir?
With great pleasure, I welcome you to our country.
Thank you.
We deeply appreciate your government's assistance.
Well, we are pleased to be of service. This is Mr. Hollis.
Mr. Howard, how do you do?
He will be conducting the underwater investigation.
I hope with all my heart will be successful. The situation is growing desperate.
Have you been able to learn anything as to the source of the pollution?
Only that apparently it kills everything that it touches. We are not equipped for deep sea work. That is why we requested your help.
May we have the use of your laboratory facilities?
By all means, and any other services that you may need.
Thank you.
You have had a long trip. I will not detain you.
Yes,
My car will take you to the hotel, and I hope you will be comfortable there.
Thank you again, sir.
A pleasure, Mr.
Thank you.
This country in the old days sure knew how to live.
Which might be one of the reasons they're no longer ruling it, and why this is now a hotel. Take a good look. You won't be seeing much of it.
And what do we do now?
Nothing at the moment. Maybe they will be lucky, maybe not.
When will Vreeland be ready to dive again?
He wasn't sure how long it will take him to make the repairs.
If he'd just been more careful the first time.
Accidents happen.
Should be about 15 minutes to the drop-off area.
This microscopic piece of electronics is a sensor valve, which we will implant into your jugular vein.
With my kind permission.
With your kind permission. It will react to pressure changes, count blood cells, eliminate CO2, and direct the right amount of oxyhelium to your brain. It will be connected to this computer unit strapped to your chest, which in turn will regulate gas and plasma flow by giving orders to other life support systems you'll carry in your backpack.
You hope.
We know.
With animals.
Now it's people time.
You're right.
But we'll try it out in the decompression chamber first.
Will I be able to maneuver with tubes and filters in my bloodstream?
Of course. People walk around with much bigger pacemakers in them. This will be a lot easier. You'll hardly know it's there.
You want to bet?
Better get into your gear now. And don't forget to release the communications buoy.
Delgado. How do you read me?
Read you loud and clear. Take a water sample.
Will do. Direction of current indicates pollution coming from Area 9.
That's too deep for the EM1. Take fish samples.
Roger.
We're taking you down now from 500 to 2,000 feet. The balloon is pressurized to 500 feet and will remain constant at that pressure.
Exactly.
You and the balloon are both taking 960 pounds square inch. You're taking roughly 2 million pounds of pressure on your body. How do you feel? Any discomfort from the implant?
Very complete. But it all adds up to a big fat nothing.
Millions of tons of fish don't die suddenly of nothing.
You think if it's strong enough to kill a shark, it'd be strong enough to show up in the chemical analysis. Unless, of course, it metabolizes without leaving a trace.
The water sample showed no foreign substance, which only means that whatever it was dissipated before we got here. Well, we're obviously not going to find anything more out here. They simply haven't got the facilities.
You mean you're going to send all these specimens back to Deep Lab?
Well, we have to get them to where the instruments are.
That's going to take some doggy bag. The chart puts the bottom in area 9 at almost 2,000.
If the poison affected marine life from that depth all the way up to the surface, what the devil is taking them so long back at the lab?
They probably can't get near enough to the fish by now to analyze the tissue.
That's very funny. We're supposed to have the most modern laboratory in the country, possibly in the whole world, and yet they can't perform a simple... Dr. Delgado? Yes. Oh, thank you. Would you? I don't seem to have any change.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
From Barbara. Unable so far to isolate and identify foreign substance, but ion scale reading indicates parts per billion 6.1.
Per billion?
That would make it stronger than any known poison. Preliminary tests indicate implant valve successful. But we can't wait any longer. Not with something that lethal on the loose. Have him come at once.
When will the RS-1 get here?
I haven't heard the arrival time, but it should be sometime in the morning. Wait, that looks like... Excuse me a moment, Jerry. Dr. Vreeland, this is a surprise. Of all people to run into, what are you doing here?
Just passing through on a tour of the continent.
Oh, may I join you?
Certainly, although I'm afraid I haven't very much time.
Well, this is very fortunate, our meeting like this. I tried to get in touch with you before you left the country, but...
I was quite busy.
I wanted to tell you how sorry I was. Not only personally, but professionally, for what happened. It was a great loss to the whole field of hydroscience.
There seem to be conflicting opinions about the value of my work.
There were no conflicting opinions among scientists, I assure you. Unfortunately, however, we do not control the allocation of funds. You understand that?
Nevertheless, you managed to get your project adequately funded, I gather.
It was a constant struggle, Doctor. But tell me, what have you been doing in Europe? I've heard nothing since you left.
There was nothing to hear. Perhaps someday there will be. Just now, I'm afraid my plane won't wait.
Perhaps I can talk you into missing it.
Oh?
I am down here on a project that might interest you, Doctor. To locate the source and identify some mysterious but tremendously powerful poison that's polluting the water, killing all marine life off the coast here. I'm sure you could be of great help.
I'm sorry. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear, Doctor. If this pollution is allowed to continue, it could mean a national disaster.
I'm sure that with the funds available to you, there will be no need for my help. Good day.
I think we'd better have a talk with our scientist.
Tactfully, if possible.
Who was that?
Albert Vreeland.
I know that name.
One of the pioneers in hydrospace exploration. A brilliant man. Also a very difficult man to get along with.
What's he doing here?
He said he was just passing through. I tried to persuade him to stay over and work with us, but he wasn't interested. I'm afraid his misfortunes made him bitter against the rest of us, especially me. I gather he feels that he should have gotten the money the Foundation put into my research projects.
Sounds like a sore loser.
There are gentler ways of putting it.
How would you put it, sir?
Well, I would try to be charitable and say that he was a man of great genius in his field, whose pride wouldn't accept what he thought was a humiliating lack of appreciation of his talents.
In other words, a sore loser.
Dr. Vreeland.
Our ship informs us the repairs to your vessel are just about completed. You'll be flown out by helicopter.
Very well.
How long will it take you to complete the salvage operation?
1 day, 2 at the most.
Good.
We saw you talking with Dr. Delgado.
He asked me to help him find the cause of the pollution. You don't find that amusing?
Not particularly.
You're worried I might be indiscreet, hmm?
Let's just say we think it would be safer for you not to see him again.
I'm not a child, Mr. Ledring.
Doctor, you made an agreement with our group. All the money you needed for the research and development of your vessel in return for the use of it for this one salvage operation. Now, we've kept our part of the bargain.
Now, I intend to keep mine. The accident in the first attempt was unfortunate, but...
Unfortunate? It was more than just unfortunate. When that caisson cracked open, it risked the entire operation.
Perhaps if you'd seen fit to tell me what was in the caisson, I could have handled it differently.
You didn't think that concerned you?
Perhaps not, but now that I do know, I'm rather curious to learn just how a shipload of extremely powerful nerve gas got to the bottom of the sea, and just why you're so anxious to salvage it.
Very well. It got there 8 years ago when a ship carrying it from Red China to Africa sank during a storm. Some years later, when one of our investors learned about the nature of the cargo, it seemed that this should be a very valuable commodity, well worth salvaging.
And just how do you go about marketing such a commodity?
It's very simple. You go to an area of underdeveloped countries who don't get along with each other and who don't have such a weapon, and you sell it to the highest bidder. Does that shock you?
As I said before, I'm not a child, Mr. Ehrlich. Nor do I have a child's illusions about the ethics of the world I live in. My only regret is the damage I caused the first time. I didn't build the vessel in order to destroy things.
But you did build it, and we financed it.
I think it's about time the facts were pointed out to you, Doctor. My job is to see this operation gets done. We've had one setback already. I don't intend for there to be any more, for any reason, including possible security leaks. The stakes are too high. Do we understand each other now?
You've made yourself quite clear.
Good.
Let's proceed with it.
Doctor.
Hey, X, how are you? Good to see you.
The valve implant hasn't been wet tested yet. We didn't have time for that. Only in the decompression chamber.
I understand, but I couldn't wait for that.
Don't worry, sir. It worked like a charm. How deep will I be going with it?
You won't. I will. We'll submerge at 0800.
does it feel?
You were right. I hardly know it's there.
After you get aboard the AM1, I'll check out the mixture and the pressure.
Right.
We're over the quadrant now.
I still think you stole my job.
Next time, it's all yours. I cut your throttle.
Roger. Roger.
Valve system, all check.
Roger.
Entering primary navigational fix.
Sonar readout shows a deep trench running 2 points off your present bearing. Northwest 310.
How deep do you read the trench, Bob?
Depth recorder estimates 2350, varying to 2750 feet. Slope off starts at 1900 with sheer drop off.
We'll hold this heading. You can disconnect any time, Doctor. Release cleared.
EM1, letting go.
Side is on my left. Sheer drop-off, like a cliff. I'm over the trench, headed down. Altitude extreme. Clinometer reads 80 degrees. Trench opening up, more like a valley. life returning. Abyssal sediment, no vegetation. It's like a desert down here.
I'm getting something on horizontal sonar. No, it's above us. We're picking up a surface echo. What do you think?
Sounds like a ship's engine.
Is there any shipping in this sector?
Nothing's showing on the chart. Oh, we're well out of the shipping lanes.
Continuing to investigate bottom area.
Roger.
The ship cut its engines.
Sonar contact, steady at 1,000 feet. Object drifting. No engine reception.
Very good. Maintain contact.
Think this contact could be your friends?
You insist on calling them my friends. They're not.
Let's not argue about semantics. What if they find those canisters?
In the first place, sonar contact was reported at 1,000 feet. The bottom, where the wreck lies, is almost 2,000 feet deeper. If it is Delgado's vessel and not some dead whale, they'll have to submerge to 3,000 to find it.
Suppose they did.
It'll look to them like old wreckage. They've no reason to suspect anything more.
They will if they look at it close enough.
They'll have to be close enough to get out and inspect the canisters. They can't do that at that depth.
Now, what do you suggest, then?
Wait till they leave, and I'll finish the job.
Something fishy about this, if you'll excuse the pun.
What do you mean?
Well, I keep wondering why a ship that's not reported on the charts just happens to cut its engines directly over where we're searching.
Maybe we ought to take a look. RS-1 to EM-1.
There's a ship topside. Request permission to look it over.
Permission granted.
I'll float up to neutral buoyancy, and then you can go in and look from there.
Right. I'll get ready.
Be leveling off at 300. Everything all right with Delgado? Leveling off?
And cutting engines.
Lost contact with underwater object.
See? Prepare to launch.
Bring them up on the starboard side. We'll have nets ready to hoist them aboard.
And this time it has to work. We can't afford another one to break open.
I can assure you I don't want that to happen either. And now, gentlemen, if you've nothing further to discuss with me,
take it down fast.
Did you get a look at it?
Sure did. We got company.
What do you mean?
Some guy was the damnedest underwater vehicle you ever saw. I beat him before he began to submerge.
What this guy look like?
I don't know. I didn't get a good look at him.
Was he middle-aged, wearing glasses?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
Sounds like Dr. Vreeland. We ran into him at the hotel. Dr. Delgado asked him to help us out.
No wonder he turned him down.
RS-1 to EM-1.
RS-1 to EM-1.
Come in, RS-1.
Bob reports submersible vehicle aboard the ship he just checked out. From his description, it sounds like Dr. Vreeland's running it.
Give me the coordinates of the ship. I'll investigate ocean floor under it.
Take heading of 211 degrees, but make it fast. Vreeland's vehicle was being launched from Bob's surface.
Roger. Changing course to 211 degrees to investigate.
Suppose those names from the ship.
We'll just have to hope that they're not monitoring our frequency.
Voice check.
You read me?
We read you.
Submerging now.
Sighted wreckage. A sunken ship is dead ahead. An old freighter. That must be what he's after. They're continuing to investigate. Activating TV camera.
are concrete containers. They could contain poison. One of them cracked open. That's what polluted the water. The rest are still loaded. Something here looks like lettering. What appears to be Chinese.
Tracking Vreeland's vessel is continuing to submerge over your area.
Roger. These containers must be what Vreeland is after.
You better start back then. I'll point the light straight down.
No, not yet.
The wreck's at the bottom of a trench. I've got enough diglyceride aboard the EM-1 to trigger a landslide and bury them.
You have exactly 9 minutes before you must return to the EM-1 and plug into the main hydrogen system. Do you read?
Then I won't waste any more time.
Do all that in 9 minutes?
If he says so, he can.
If we cut it that fine, he'd beach us.
Roger.
The other guy ought to be pretty far down by now. Check and see if you can pick up his frequency, will you, Bob?
On bottom now. Wreckage is sighted. There seems to be some sort of vessel ahead. Looks like a torpedo or a small one-man submarine.
Can you see who's operating it?
Must be operated by remote control. Apparently designed to be carried by a larger vessel. There's one thing I can't account for. It has an instrument panel, but no canopy on it for protection.
Is it disabled?
Not as far as I can see. According to the lights, the power system is still functioning.
Whatever it is, destroy it.
with the M1 TV transmission.
The torpedo module is now out of commission.
Charges activated. Returning to EM1.
Commission, but I have a correction. Apparently was not operated by remote control.
You saying there's someone inside?
No, I'm saying it was someone outside. I know it must be wrong. My gauges must not be correct.
Keep trying their frequency, Bob.
I'm looking at what appears to be a man. He's not wearing conventional diving gear. I don't see how he can survive at this depth.
3,000 feet.
A drowned body from the module, perhaps.
Well, he's alive.
Don't take any chances. Run him down, use the claw, whatever it takes.
We've got to get down there fast.
EM1, get up here fast. They have orders to kill you.
I can see him plainly. He's defenseless.
Go after him, you hear me?
I said he's defenseless. He can't interfere with a salvage operation.
He's down there to stop us.
You've got to kill him.
We'll never make it into it.
Vreeland, the man you see is
Dr. Delgado.
How can he withstand this pressure? I've never seen a man this deep before in a free dive.
He's wearing a
valve implant. Let him get back to his capsule, then clear the area. There are explosive charges
placed in the trench.
It's too late. I've already destroyed the capsule.
You have 30 seconds to get back here.
Do you hear that, Doctor? 30 seconds before you lose consciousness.
trouble. Help him.
Vreeland, you have your orders.
I offered my services as a scientist, not a murderer.
Tell them to drop the depth charges.
What about the salvage operation? My orders are to see...
Can wait. There'll be other Vreelands. Northeast of the trench coordinates. Set depth charges to detonate from 2,000 at 100-foot intervals. Bob, go out and help him.
We're nearing coordinates.
Flash your lights.
The first step charges have been launched. They're getting underway. They'll saturate the entire area.
Good. I'm informing the others that operations are temporarily suspended. They'll be just as valuable to us 6 months or a year from now. Maybe even more so.
We're safely aboard.
We've got it.
Now let's get out of here, quick.
Vreeland's frequency. His friends topside ordered him to kill you. Now they're trying to kill us all.
Cut in auxiliary system.
Vreeland, are you all right?
I will be when I complete my mission.
You can't go back down there.
Goodbye. And good luck.
Vreeland. Come in, Vreeland. Although circumstances made it inadvisable at the time to attempt to confirm visually the effects of the explosive charges, I am certain that the source of the pollution is buried beyond the possibility of any further salvage attempts. End of report. In case you gentlemen ever have doubts as to the importance of the work you will be doing, let me quote the report of a special commission of 15 presidentially appointed experts, and I quote, "At the present rate of consumption, we have enough water, enough resources to last us until the year 2000. Unless we develop the last untapped source of all these necessities, we must look to the sea for fuel, metal, food, and water. The time is short." End of quote. The time is short. You gentlemen are the new pioneers. The oceans in which you will be working are less charted and less known than the surface of the moon.
RS-1 is reporting in.
Control to RS-1. Did you reach Site 2?
RS-1, the deep lab.
Affirmative. Discharging technicians without difficulty. They're now repairing damaged fuel line and fuel tanks.
Direct your TV camera at technicians.
Can you see them?
As we see fuel tanks and a diver splicing a fuel line. It comes through good and clear.
The Jerry.
2 grapefruit, 1 head of 1 head of lettuce. 2 pounds ground round, tell butcher not too lean.
Jean had to take the baby for his checkup, and she thought Jerry could do the marketing on his way home.
Oh. Control to RS-1, I have a very important message. 2 grapefruit, 1 head of lettuce, 2 pounds ground round, tell butcher not too lean.
It's the comedy show that's taken America by storm. Dinosaurs premieres tomorrow night at 8, following the main event and the new series of Full House. Sunday Night Fun starts at 6:30 on Prime.